All right, so MTS Algebra 2 4.3. Oh, HW 4.3. My bad. Okay. That'd be Algebra 2 HW 4.3. Okay, 17 through 24. All right, so these are all your logarithmic functions and your rules. Okay. Today we're going to focus on basically these rules and maybe a little bit of this one. Okay, but you need to write all of these down. So pause it, write it down. Okay, I'm only going to explain these guys. Okay, and later on I'll explain this one when we get to it on problem like 27 or whatever it is. All right, but what I want to talk about is moving from a power. A power is when you have a base and an exponent. Okay, so a simple power would be 2 to the 5th. Right, and 2 to the 5th is equal to 32. Right. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, so that's 2 to the 5th is 32. If I were to write that in exponential form, okay, oh, my pins, there. Then I like to look at, you know how I like colors, so I like to look at each one being its own color, okay? And that way I can know where they move to. So in exponential form, so they look like a base, the base, the exponent, and the number. Okay? That's exponential form. Okay, so in other words, this is your number, right? This is the base, and this is the exponent. Okay? And then when we put it in logarithmic form, right? Then what we're doing is we're saying that the log. Where's my black? My pin's over there. Anyone see my pins? Did my black? Did I throw the black away? I think I did because it died, didn't it? Okay, so the log, right, with a base of 2, so the log with a base, in this case it's 2, right, of a number, in case the number is 32, right, is equal to the exponent. And the exponent in this case is 5. So what I like to tell my students is that a logarithm is an exponent. So all the exponential rules fit. Okay? So when we multiply powers with the same base, we add the exponents. That's this whole rule. Multiply, we add. We divide, we subtract. When we multiply, we actually take it to the power of the power. Okay? So we'll talk about those later, next week. I'll give you some good worksheets on it. Okay? But for right now, we want to practice at writing it in logarithmic form. Okay? So we're just going from exponential form into log form. So if you could tell me what the base is here. What's the base? Anybody?
For what one?
X.
For this one. And
X.
yes, it's x. X is the base. So we're going to say log base x. Okay? Can anyone tell me what the number is?
32.
32. Okay? So this is the number. Okay? So log base x of the number is equal to, and then what's the exponent? 2.5 is the exponent. So 2.5. Okay? And that's all we're doing. Rewriting it in logarithmic form. So again, on 18, what's the base? 6. So I'm going to go log base 6. What's the number?
216.
216. And what's it equal? The exponent is? X. And that's it. It's pretty easy. Kind of? Okay. Okay, so let's talk about this one. And this comes into one of these guys. Okay, and we're going to talk about that. Why these are the rule. Okay, so what's the base? So the log base what? 1.2. And what's the number? 1. Okay? Is equal to what? 0. Let me ask you something. If anything raised to the 0 power is what?
0.
Not 0.
1.
1, right? So, if anything raised to 0 power is 1, that means that the log of any base of 1 is going to be 0. And that's what this is saying. This is saying that log to any base, the base could be 5, it could be 2.5, it could be 0.68, doesn't matter. If it's taking of 1, the log of 1 is always going to be 0. The log base 15 of 1 is going to be 0. Okay? So that's a rule to keep in mind. Because when we're manipulating these logarithms later on, they're going to use these to try to trip you up. Okay? They'll make a problem look harder than it is. Okay, so this is huge. All right. Now, for number 20. This is the hard one. Okay? Remember, if we think about it, the negative is just taking this number and flipping it, right? And saying that it equals to 1/4, which is a quarter. Does that make sense? So we should know that about our logs, or about our exponents, right? Is that negative exponents just flip. They just flip the number. Okay? But we want to be able to write this as a log. So what's the base? 4. Yeah, log base 4 of what's the number?
2.5.
0.25.
Yeah.
And it equals what? What's the exponent?
-1.
-1. Remember, what is a logarithm? It's an exponent. Okay? Logarithm is an exponent. All right. All right, let's take this over. Try to do these problems real quick. Damn. Oh, I need to put in a new battery.